The Lions of Taranga, man, the Lions of Taranga, Africa's finest representatives, are through to the round of 16. 6 points gained, 2 games won, convincingly won, man. What a way to start match day 3 for Africa, man. I can't wait. And you know what? Sunday, we're hunting the 3 Lions of the King. England is going down to Senegal. We're going all the way to the semi-final. I'm calling it. Senegal is going through all the way to the semi-final, man. I can't wait for Sunday. Welcome everyone to MRM Sports. I'm your host, Ronald M. World Cup Talk, African Perspective, man. Ha. What a way to kick off match day 3, man. Senegal, the Lions of Taranga, are through to the round of 16. I mean, what a brilliant performance against Ecuador. You know what? That was a game where I thought it was a tricky game, but then watch the game. I mean, I managed to catch the second half, watch the whole game, watched it on repeat again. We played brilliantly. I mean, when I say we, of course, it's Africa being represented. We played brilliantly. That was a brilliant game plan, brilliant defensively, brilliant going forward. I mean, Sa is taking the mantle from Mane. Sa is running with the team. Sa is the leader of the team. At such a young age, man, he's the leader of the team. He won the penalty. He slotted cool penalty. I mean, cool penalty. And of course, my captain, the Chelsea captain, the Chelsea stalwart, the Chelsea defender, Koulibaly with a brilliant second goal. I mean, you could tell when Ecuador scored, a part of me felt, you know what? This might get tricky. I mean, all Ecuador needed was a draw. This might get tricky, but you know what? Up step my captain, up step Senegalese captain, man. Koulibaly slots in a beautiful goal. I mean, we go on to win the game 2-1. We through to the round of 16, won 2 games out of 3. I mean, and when you look back at all the performances in the group stage, man, we really played well. I think even the Netherlands game, we restricted him to a few chances, and it so happened that, okay, men did a bad night at the office, but then, yeah, it is what it is, man. We played brilliantly. We scored how many goals? Scored 5 goals in the group stage, which is a pretty good return. I mean, we conceded how many goals? I think we conceded 4, which is, yeah, man. But then I think, nonetheless, man, we beat the teams we're supposed to beat. I mean, when the draw was made, I thought we would lose to Netherlands. I thought we could definitely defeat Qatar. I thought we would defeat Ecuador, although Ecuador showed to be a worthy opponent, man. But then, yes, we did it. We threw to the round of 16, the first African team to do so. I mean, 2018 World Cup, we started. No team went through. Senegal were eliminated on FIFA Fair Play on 4 points, which was a heartbreak on its own. So this time around, we make sure 6 points. There is no rule which can stop us. There's no backdoor rule which can stop us, man. We threw all the way. And you know what? Looking at Senegal, I think, like I said, in my preview of the Senegal, this is the best African team at the moment. Yes, and it's quite impressive that they're doing this without Sadio Mane. I mean, if Mane was there, who knows? Maybe Ismail Sarr wouldn't have stepped up. Who knows? Because maybe everyone will be looking at Mane to do something for the team. So maybe this is a harmonizing fact. I can't wait. I hope Mane is going to reach out to the team, congratulate them, motivate them, share some in details, because he knows the British team in and out, the British players, I mean, in and out, man. So do a lot of players, in all honesty. I mean, Ghana plays for Everton. He went to PSG, but he played a long time for Everton. Watford is played against the team is going to play. The players going to play against for England for a long time. Koulibaly knows them. I mean, we have so many players who know these players, man. And you know what? Sunday, come the round of 16, we're playing against the 3 Lions of England. I mean, they are an impressive team. Let's not get carried away. They are a good team. They are a team that can definitely cause Senegal huge problems. But then the fact that it's Southgate, Gareth Southgate, the coach, gives me hope that we can shock them, you know? Because in as much as they defeated Wales last night, I mean, Wales are Wales. I mean, they're not that good. I mean, if you take out Bale and Ramsey, what you have there, you know, not disrespect in such a way, but then it's the truth. I mean, if you're to play Senegal versus Wales, I'd fancy Senegal to win that game convincingly, you know? So that's my point. Gareth Southgate rotated his squad quite heavy. And the fact that your Rashford stepped up to the plate, your Foden got a goal, I think it will make him think, who does it start? Does it start Sterling and Mount, or does it start Foden and? So with Southgate, I think his mentality gives us a chance. His way of coaching, his philosophy in football gives Africa a chance, gives Senegal a chance to actually surprise England. I mean, you know what? The 3 Lions, yes, they haven't been tested that much. I mean, the US, if you play the same way you played against the US, then Senegal are in for a tough, England are in for a tough game. I mean, Senegal have to copy what the US did. Squeeze them up the pitch, make it difficult for them to be broken down. Make sure by all means that we do not concede an early goal if you're Senegal. And you know what, I will say this. I think we've had a tough time from set pieces or balls coming into the box as Senegal, man. I think we have to find a way to deal with those as soon as possible. Remember the goal we conceded against Netherlands? That was it Gakpo? I think it was Gakpo who scored the goal. That De Jong floating goal, which made he came out for it, didn't have a chance to get it. The goal, I think the goal second half against Qatar. I mean, Qatar put us under pressure with balls being whipped in. I mean, the goal that Ecuador scored against Senegal. Again, it was a set piece tapping from the corner, which I think that's one area where we have to look at it at an African perspective that we can improve on. We can make sure we carry out conceding those kind of goals. And then I think if you limit England to those kind of goals, keep it tight, keep it compact. I mean, move together as a unit. I mean, put maybe all men behind the ball or just maybe Sa ready to run at Maguire. I think we have to swap flanks. Sa has to target Maguire for pace. I mean, if we reset Maguire, then Shaw knows in the back of mind that he has to keep a close eye on Maguire. And then you take out the element of the left back. I mean, Shaw is a great player for England. The left back coming with the cross. And we can, I mean, midfield-wise, I mean, Ghana has to play. It'll be interesting to see if Check Quiet is fit and is to start the game because of his experience against England players. And again, man, like I'm saying, we're playing an England team full of stars. I mean, your Harry Kanes, your Sterling. I mean, the whole team, anyone can name the England team. It's full of stars. It's well known. The Premier League is watched all over. Jude Bellingham is watched all over when he's playing for Dortmund, the Champions League especially. I mean, there's no surprise there. And we know how Gareth Southgate sets up his team. There's no surprise there. So my point is, there's nothing the Senegal players will make them being caught off guard. I mean, anyone can analyze how England plays. Anyone can analyze players. If you go for player, who you marking, who whatnot. Let's just not concede from set pieces because they're dangerous. Kane from set pieces is dangerous. We've seen it time and time again for Spurs. Maguire, even though he doesn't score many goals from set pieces, he is dangerous. I think he hit the post. Was it against Iran? I'm not sure if it was against Iran where he hit the post with the head or something like that. I mean, they scored a lot of goals. I mean, that 6-2 win over Iran. Some of the goals were from set piece positions, set piece situations. So it's something that we have to look out for and make sure that let's worry them a bit. Let's adopt a bit of Liverpool-ish. If they can't get a goal from set piece, we hit them on a dangerous counter, which will make them concede how many players they leave at the back, and it weakens them going for set pieces. Man, we have to make sure. I think set pieces are the only way that England can truly head us. I mean, we've seen how we can. I mean, put that low block, especially against Netherlands, where it's difficult for teams like these teams which take position to break us down. So I think in that sense, I'm confident. It's just set pieces that I think are biggest worry. And you know what, I'll be expecting for us to hit them on the counter. In all honesty, I think our chances are to hit them on the counter. And again, on the set piece as well, I mean, we can get at them. And you know what, knowing Gareth Southgate, okay, not knowing him, I mean, man-to-man or stuff like that, but then seeing how his teams play, I mean, if you think of the semi-final in the World Cup 2018 against Croatia, if they get an early goal, it doesn't necessarily mean it's slice off for us. As long as you keep our shape, we can do what the Croatians did. We can do what the Italians did in Euro final when they got an early goal. So I think Southgate's mindset, unless if he has learned from those mistakes and you tell his team to try and get a second and a third quickly, then they can kill off the game. If they get an early goal, it doesn't mean it's all hopeless and all English. Their language messing me up. It's not all hope which is lost, man. We can still go at them. I mean, traditionally, to tell you that if England get an early goal, they might sit back in a shape and try to as a counter. That would be dangerous if, let's say, I think Marcus Rashford is on the pitch. Because Rashford is built for counter-attacking football. Even though he scored some brilliant free kick and a brilliant goal, where Wales are just sitting in deep. I think because of who we are in Senegal, we'll try to get the next goal, and then if Rashford is on the pitch, space will be exploited at the back. But nonetheless, man, I think we have nothing to lose. If we're eliminated by England, who will really say Senegal disappointed, you know? And then if we win, of course, it's a bonus. But then if we're eliminated, who in their right mind will say Senegal disappointed, they should have held on tight, they should have defeated England. I mean, yes, we like to hope and dream, that we can beat England. But then England are a good team. Let's not kid ourselves. They're a good team. And if they defeat us, they do defeat us. But then I can't wait for the game on Sunday, man. I can't wait. Sunday, I think it'll be 10 p.m. Central African time. I can't wait for the game. I think the whole continent should be the whole continent should be behind Senegal. Yes, I know if you're so sport for English players, if you're a fantasy Premier League player, if you're a United fan, Chelsea fan, whatever, I mean. But then this time around, just wear your African head with pride. I mean, support your boys with pride. And let's create history, man. This is a surprising World Cup. The time, the venue, everything about this World Cup is different. Why not get a shocking scoreline where Senegal go through all the way to the semi-final, man? But I can't wait. I mean, from now, we're just hoping more teams will qualify. I don't want come the knockout stages where we only have one African representative, and then after round of 16 we have no one to represent. We now have to select a nation from South America or wherever to cheer, man. Let's hope your Cameroon will come through, your Ghana will come through, your Ghana will shock, your Uruguay. Let's hope your Morocco. I mean, they're in a pole position to qualify. Let's hope they won't drop the ball at 10 minutes. So it is what it is, man. But I can't wait for Sunday. I can't wait for Senegal to shock the team. And you know what? A part of me still wishes money could just be feed for the game. Could be that surprise package for this game, and then we run through, man. But nonetheless, guys, thank you thank you for those who checked out the video yesterday. I know it has been long, but then thank you. It means so much for me, so much to me, man. Thank you for the feedback, for the liking and the stuff, man. I can't wait to talk more content. I'm your host, Ronald, signing out. Cheers.